Hey yo, this is Clackman, and this is the only video I'll do about the C virus when it comes to professional wrestling out there. Um, we all know this is taking a toll on the entire world, and there's nothing we can do to stop its spread other than, but we have to be, we have to be like an otaku per se. Otaku in Japan, they don't like to speak to other people or communicate with other people. They like to stay inside their home as much as they possibly can. Um, so it's like an otaku disease, the unsocial disease. Stay away from me as much as you can. It's not a life matter per se, but it's just interesting how this works. I'm well aware of the cases here in New York City where I am. I did see it coming a mile away when I saw the disease was happening in Japan. That means it can cross water, which means it could come to the United States. As soon as those idiots decided to have travel okay to infested waters, per se, and he came to Canada, it was only a matter of time before it came here. I'm not going to talk about how this is affecting my life and everything like that, because it really has. I can't go to work. I can't go out, yada, yada, yada. But this thing is affecting pretty much everything. Professional wrestling, WWE specifically, they're doing these empty arena shows, and it looks so awkward. Um, I've watched wrestling in the independents with like 8 people there. Like, seriously, like 8 people there. I saw the commentators there commentating in the match there, meaning like 6 fans were there. Man. To watch WWE, something that I grew up with, that always had this big, huge spectacle, all of a sudden forced to be this way. It's definitely surreal for myself, and it's got to be a major blow to Vince McMahon. I know Vince doesn't like change, nor does Dunn or anybody else there. They don't like change, and this is the biggest change they ever had to face, and it happened because they had to do this, not because they wanted to make things different for the fans. They had to do this. Now, I'm not gonna be doing any live reactions for Raw or SmackDown anymore because it's gonna be the same thing. Obviously, WWE has a type, and they're gonna keep going with that type until the wheels fall off. They're not going to try to renovate. They're not going to try to make anything different. They can do the exact same thing. So I expect many more weeks of long tape packages because no one wants to wrestle. I expect a lot of promos and a lot of empty seats. Instead of making things feel like a big deal, like having like canned laughter, canned reactions, they're gonna keep doing what they do. It's quite it's quite unsettling. It's a different look, yes, but typical WWE fashion, they're not doing it right. Stardom has had their No People event there 2 weeks before WWE had their No People event. And it was so entertaining to look at. The entrances felt about the same. The ring announcer was in the ring. She was doing her thing, still separated and everything, but it felt like Stardom. And they had that facsimile of fans. it felt so much better. The smack talk in the ring was appropriate, and the entire show was wrestling. I think it was like 3 hours. The entire show was wrestling, and it was good wrestling too. WWE, on the other hand, has one match for every single episode, and they have tape segments to fill time. That's lazy. That's super lazy. In New York City, it's been about a week now since everything was announced. In China, things are starting to get back to normal per se, but it's going to be a while until it actually goes that way. The disease over there has stopped spreading, so judging by that, it's going to be at the minimum 3 months here for everything to go back to okay to go outside, but then recovery will take more than that. So I anticipate 5 months of this in the United States. 5 months, because we have to go by the origin country, China, and how they're doing. So, yeah. So that's why Wonder Woman is gonna change their date eventually. Black Widow today announced that their date is changed because it's gonna take months and months and months. They have to get things tested and approved, which takes time. And we all have someone older who may or may they may live with us there, and you may know someone who's older that may get the virus. The messed up part is young people think that it's okay for them to just go around there and have fun. It's not okay because those young people live with someone older and they can get the virus. That disease is a carrier. You may not know you have it. I may have it. I don't know. And I could be carrying it to someone. So the best thing to do is to, like they say, stay away, don't touch. That's it. That's very simple. And the thing happening in wrestling right now, maybe this is off the top of my head right now. Maybe, just maybe this is going to be weird. Maybe all wrestling matches should be competed in full body suits, head to toe, full body. That way, you're not actually touching anybody. You can actually like have an angle in there where you take off your glove or whatever, and you start going like that with somebody. You can do that. You can play with it. But I don't think WWE is going to do anything that clever. But it's gonna be tough for these next few months. I think all the way until summertime, it's gonna be like this. Maybe in fall, everything will be back to normal in fall. That's why the James Bond movie No Time to Die, they moved to like November because that's about right. That's about right when things will get back to normal. Until then, um, you got to keep your distance from people. It's weird. It's very weird out there. This whole thing feels like a damn movie. This feels like there was a movie I saw recently called Exit. It's a Korean movie. It's very, very hard to find online. It's essentially about a gas that was created by someone, and it was killing people instantly as soon as it touches them. It was a big, like, small cloud that has chemicals in it to turn your body inside out. But the thing, unlike this one, you can actually see it and get away from it if you can. This one, it's the unknown. We can't see it. We can't see it. We can't predict it. We don't know what the real symptoms are. The symptoms are like an everyday cold, which is even worse. I've had a cold for like 3 weeks now, in a way, a cold. But like, I don't know if I had corona. I don't know. Because like my coughing or sneezing randomly could be just the old flu coming back. And whatever the coughing and sneezing I have now is not constant. So like I don't have runny nose or a fever or a headache or anything like. I don't have any of that stuff. It's just random coughing or sneezing, which is weird. Um, because like the C virus, it's supposed to give you all these symptoms, right? Like fever and yada yada yada. But the thing is, there with people, other people outside, they can obviously see you sneeze or cough, but they can't tell if you have a fever or a headache or like a sore throat. They can't tell that unless like they talk to you or whatever. So like 3 weeks ago, I had I think pretty much all those symptoms per se, except for runny nose. Except for runny nose. Um, I had a fever, which I usually don't get, in that 3 days, I was good to go. Um, no, no fever, no, no, sorry, not a fever. Had a headache. Had a headache, which is no, I know, no, I know the fever thing would have been like, oh, that's the, no, I had a headache, but yeah, like yeah, this whole thing is just yeah, it feels like a damn movie. The movie Exit is really good, by the way. If you can find it, good luck with that one. I tried to fucking find that. Um, another good one is Soundwave, 2 words. That's a Chinese movie, bomb movie. So that's kind of cool. But we as a people need to find things to do inside of our homes. Like for example, me, I found this Dark Phoenix poster, and I found this Alita Battle Angel poster. So I was like, ooh, I didn't even know I had that. So it was a nice little thing. So for right now, I was watching Justice League action a little bit there, Teen Titans Go a little bit here and there. I may watch Rick and Morty for the first time and binge watch that. Uh, this season's of Family Guy. I didn't see this season of Family Guy. But I'm currently watching Curb Your Enthusiasm season 9. I know it ends out, but season 9, I'm watching that, and it's really funny to me. Excuse me. So, like, remember to wash your hands every now and then. And remember, like, people don't know this part, but no one's really talking about this. If you have to touch your, sorry, if you have to touch your face, don't do with this part of your hands, which comes in contact with everything. Don't touch with your, do this. Do this instead. So, like I said, one more time, don't touch your face like this. Don't dig in your eyes like that. Do this. Turn your hand around. The back of your hand doesn't touch anything. The back of your form doesn't touch anything. So just do this. It goes all over that motherfucker. It goes all over that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like you get near your nose, back of your hand, other nose, back of your hand, or under there, over there. It goes everything. So you don't gotta the contact thing. You don't gotta do that with the palm of your hands. Just go to the back. Just go to the back, like you're a cat or whatever. Just go to the back of your hands. All good there. And I'm saying there. You have to dig in your eye. Use the corner of your wrist to get into the middle of your eyes. Should be good right there. If you have to pick like your teeth or whatever, I can't help you there. So use a napkin or something like that. Try to stay safe. Try to stay healthy. I'm eating grapes more now. It suppresses my appetite really really good. Only been doing it for a couple of days there, but yeah, Trolls will be coming out. Yeah, I know about the news about Black Widow, and I know these news about Trolls and A Quiet Place coming out online. I know about those as well. Let's see how that does. Let's see how that does when it comes to the quote unquote box office. Let's see how that does. They got to get those movies out sometime. So it's going to be very crowded if they all like wait until like October, November, or December. It's going to be very crowded. I mean, like Coming to America was scheduled to come out in December. So let's see if that gets pushed. Like Black Widow may take that spot. And then has to move again. This whole thing's messed up for entertainment, and the whole city is going into panic. Friends of mine have been showing pictures to me of rush hour being empty, like 5 p.m. over here being empty. Other friends of mine, see, look, I'm doing that thing. I didn't touch them. Say, yeah, I had to scratch a little bit. Friends of mine have been saying that they go to Times Square. It's a fucking ghost town. Times Square, no one there. That's never happened. No, if it's 3 a.m. in the morning, there's a ton of people there, no matter what. I can't say that about Chinatown. About 2 or 3 a.m., it's ghost town over there. I've been there. 12 and 12, 1 and 2 o'clock. I've been there. No one's there. But Times Square, it's a lot of people there still. Man, it's just I gotta scratch a little bit there every now and then. So like will wrestling recover from this? They have to. Those that don't know, if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. I don't do videos like this often, but I saw a GCW event that this past Thursday, basically making fun of coronavirus the entire time. They wrestled really, really good stuff there. Big, huge crowd for themselves there. Going to the audience, I was very impressed with GCW, and that this is what WWE gives us, an empty. My God. So like GCW was freaking great. With the coronavirus stuff, they're just balls to the wall. Um, so wrestling has to recover because they need to make their money. A lot of independent stuff, they're gonna get messed up because they can't afford to keep doing this for nothing. I just wish that everybody stay safe and stay healthy and make sure you stay away from people like me.